going into that, we're going to stay with the NFL and kind of, like I said, we're going to try to do some different things. We're going to do our top 10 list here. Today we're going to do top current wide receivers. Now, we did just post a video, which was
top 5.
like, again, it was top 10, I think. I think it was top 10 still, wide receivers, the other one.
I think it was top 5.
Was it?
Yeah.
But maybe, I think it was. But this week, like we said, we weren't here, so we had
some extra videos
that were preseason, who we kind of thought were the best going into the league.
Top 5.
It was. Okay. So now we're going to do top 10 current. Obviously, this is probably going to be a little different than the top 5. Now, I have no idea what my top 5 was. I uploaded the video, and that's all I did. I probably watched it for a second and don't remember any of it. So, Sam, who do you have? We'll go 10 down.
Just going to go all the way through it?
No, we're both going to go 10, and we'll talk about why.
Oh,
and
okay.
We'll move up. I don't know if we're going to have the same list. I don't think it's going to be...
Mine's going to be a little different.
Spot on. Sure. Mine's going to be a little different, too.
Our first 5, I think, should be pretty
top
similar.
Top 5 should be similar, just in different orders.
After that, I don't think they're going to be similar at all.
Sure.
Maybe 1 or 2.
I can see that.
But that's just... Because mine are... I'll explain it, but mine are a little bit different.
That's fine. So, I like it. Who do you have at 10?
Nico Collins.
From...
Texans.
So
he's been hurt.
That's fine. Yeah, I was going to say he's been...
But he had a really, really good start to this season.
Yeah.
He's coming back this week, so that's why I picked him. But he has 567 yards, only 5 games played. That's where I was like, that's a lot.
100 yards a game.
So that's really impressive. I mean, the leader...
Good for
that the leader too. Right now is leading with 783 being Justin Jefferson. That's a whole other conversation with him.
Yeah, he's probably number 2.
And he has 3 touchdowns, I think, if I'm reading that right. So, yes, maybe he's not the best wide receiver out there, but he also probably is pushing top 5 if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where I was like, I think he's good enough that's why I put him at 10. So
that's fair. I'm not disagreeing with that. I actually have DK.
I was on the fringe. I couldn't decide.
Now, I think there's recency bias, because I know you kind of hinted at maybe Njigba being on your list, which I think is fair. He's had a couple really good weeks recently. DK at the beginning of the year has had a couple really good weeks.
If he hadn't got hurt, he would have been on my list.
And I still think being...
What is that word? Because I have another injured guy on my list, so... Hypocritical. Yeah. So I can't even say
that's
that.
That's okay.
But
he's a teacher.
Yeah.
An English teacher, which is even worse. You're not like a math teacher or something.
I was trying.
I think DK... when healthy, and I have been very much a DK
DK
do not give him top 10. He's not
physical,
but I think he right now this year has proven to me that he can be that.
He's
guy.
actually catching the ball.
That's incredible.
So
that's
what makes a huge difference.
Okay, so then I'll go 9. I have Saint Amon.
Oh yeah, Amon St. Brown.
St. Brown. I just think he is,
dude. He's just a solid receiver. I think he's a top 10 actual. Like if you were to look at the league. Yeah. I do think he's in there. Season-wise,
he's not having the greatest of season in the world. He does.
But he has 6 touchdowns.
He has 6 touchdowns. He does not have a lot of receiving yards. Yeah, he's only at 464.
6 touchdowns is second in the league.
Yeah,
tied.
He just is. He know that you're going to get some points out of him. I just am a fan of him. One, because I think it's hard to look at him and go, he's not, because he's on a good team that has other options. Yeah. Goff does not have to throw him the ball. They have a dynamic duo at running back that does not need, it's like...
They have a good tight end, too.
So I kind of look at it where it's like, if he was on... Like, any team's trading a first-round pick for him, I think he's that good.
Yeah,
I do.
I didn't personally have him on my list, but I totally agree with what you're saying, because I do think he's really, really good.
He's so good.
So, my number 9, it's kind of weird.
Uh-oh.
I picked Mike Evans.
Tampa Bay Mike Evans.
Yeah. So, season-wise, not having anything
besides the touchdowns, I'm not a fan.
I know, but that's the thing, is he is so consistent. He's had, I think, 10 straight years, or 11 now, with 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's Mr. Reliable.
400 yards this year, close.
Not 335.
Yeah. But he has 600 yards, and he's also been hurt. He's coming back.
I think
that's a tough one.
I think he is very, very good, but would I say he's a top 10 right now? No, he's top 20 for sure.
He's just
he is Mr. Consistent.
That's where 100%. I want,
and I love that.
That's why I gave him that nod.
Yeah, I love that call, because I think he's
not underrated, but he really is.
Yeah, I agree.
For how consistent he has been. He's never been like the superstar wide receiver by any means. He's never had like a Tyreek Hill type year.
Yep.
But he's always there.
Yep, I agree.
That was my number 9.
Okay, who do you have at 8?
Tyreek Hill.
I don't even have him on my list.
Dude, I couldn't leave him off.
He is that guy.
That's why I was like, there's just, let me, where is
I was going to say, I don't even know if he's not in the top for is he in the top for receiving? 50. I was going to say, I don't know. This year, obviously he has about a mushy, gooey blob at quarterback half the time.
That's the thing, is he doesn't, Tua's finally back, but he has 446 yards, 1 touchdown, but the thing is he could go off for 200 yards.
Yeah, easy. 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think if you were to tell me right now, he's not putting up the top 10 season.
Yeah. I mean, I could agree with you. But I get what you're
saying. Like, yes, everyone's
For me, it's just he's too talented.
If you're going to be like, we're going to do a fantasy draft, what wide receiver you're taking first, he's probably, him or Jefferson or Chase are probably like 1, 2, 3. I agree. Yeah. I'm a little different. I have Godwin. So
he is having a good year.
I stayed with Tampa Bay, but went the other way. And again, I believe he is a little banged up. He's coming off of, I want to say, a little bit of injuries. But he, kind of the same way, just kind of consistent. They both just kind of have those Mr. Consistent.
Evans and Godwin have been pretty dang good.
They're just kind of consistent. I mean, he's got 500 and so yards this year. Mm-hmm. He's got, in 7 games, I think he's got 5 touchdowns. Yeah. I just, he's one of those guys where I'm the same way kind of with Mike Evans, where I'm like, you're going to take him because he's kind of your Tyler Lockett, like type of guy. And I agree with you on that. So,
he's good.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm right there with you.
7 is where we're at. Am I correct to say that? Drake London.
Yeah. Well, he's my number 6. So, yes.
Boom! I have 1 below you. He has been unbelievable.
Well, for somebody that's his second year in the league,
he's just played well.
I was super high on him to start.
Loves him. Yeah. Cousins and him are little BFFs.
Yeah, I was very excited for that because I think I picked him to go to the Pro Bowl.
Oh, I don't remember.
We'll see if it happens.
Right now, he should. I mean, I would get, because again, you have to remember that like
his teammates doing better.
You have to remember. Yes, that's true. You have to remember too that he is. Like, there's going to be some Super Bowl wide receivers that won't get it. But yes, I agree. So
yeah. Well, my number 7 is Jackson Smith and Jigba. So
7's too high. I can't give you 7.
The thing is, he has, let me find his stats. So he has 568 yards, 3 touchdowns, and yes, it's recency. He just came off a 180-yard game.
He had an insane game.
So I think, he's kind of honestly for me in the same boat as DK, just because of how catch-wise were both horrible last year.
They are. Yeah, they're not dropping as many
couldn't
passes.
do anything. And this year, they both turned it around. And then he's just been healthier than DK.
Yeah.
So I think when DK's on the field, I do think he's better. He should
he's not that main
he should
guy
be your number 1.
He's not getting all.
But I think
DK should be your number 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I think Jigba's like probably the best 2. He could be a 1, but I think when you take that pressure off him, when you take that pressure off him,
for sure.
I agree. I'm with
but
that.
I think just right now, I think just where he's at, he's had a really, really good game and a good start to the season for where he was last year because he started really slow.
People were really high on him when he got drafted and everything. I don't know if he needs to be that high, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then 6, Drake London. So we already talked about him.
There you go. Well, so it's funny. So 6, I have his teammate.
Oh, Darnell Mooney?
I have Mooney, which is going to be interesting because I know there's a couple people on this list that I did not put on, but again, 588 yards.
Kind of like came out of nowhere for me. I don't
5 touchdowns. Yeah, he's had a really good year. He's not been very good with the Bears beforehand. Obviously, the Bears did not have a quarterback. He had 4 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, and he had in 2021, he had a 1,000-yard season. I think he's been injured.
Okay, that's what I was going to look at.
Games started. He did start for like 14. No, I don't think he did.
He may have had 1 injury in 2022.
Yeah, maybe. But there will be a couple games.
He's played
a lot. But again, they never had a quarterback.
Yeah. Justin Fields was just running around the field.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, Fields.
Yeah.
I think he's found a great home. I think both of them together. I don't know about the best wide receiving duo in football, but they're right there.
I think if Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle had a quarterback.
Yes, I would agree.
I think Hill is just so much better.
It's also so interesting to me because I don't feel like there's that like. The NFL is so weird to me right now where I don't feel like there's like a super duper scary threat at like there's no Randy Moss. Julio, well, Justin Jefferson's insane. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm telling you, like, if you're to look at their statistics wise,
no, he's not as good as Randy Moss.
But I just am like those wide receivers that we kind of grew up on, even Calvin Johnson, Andre
Johnson for a little bit,
T.O., all those guys, even
Larry
Trad
Fitzgerald.
Ochocinco's, Larry Fitzgerald. You had these guys. Even honestly, Julio Jones. Like
For
Jones,
like 5 years, he was so
Jones
freaking
was
good.
a monster. So I mean, I get it, but I don't. It just seems so interesting. Like wide receivers right now are so. It also maybe is because like quarterbacks have gotten better to where they're not throwing to Tom Brady was like, yep, he's going deep. There goes little Randy Moss, and so it's a little different. But I think Mooney's been very, very, very good. So I like having them at my 6. At my 5, Zay Flowers.
Nice.
He is the reason that Lamar Jackson is so good.
Actually being able to pass the ball this year.
But he again, this is only his second year. He's already passed, or not almost. He's 200 yards behind what he had last year, and only 2 touchdowns behind. Now he only has 3 touchdowns, but I just think he is the glue that keeps that offense going with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
When Derrick Henry has a 10-yard game, you're looking for Zay Flowers. He's been
they're
that good.
both dynamic for sure.
And I think that if they can add another wide receiver, which is the rumor they might try to do.
I'm surprised they didn't add like Devontae. Well, I think he was always going to the Jets, but
Yeah, he wanted to go to Aaron Rodgers.
Hopkins would have been a good one.
There's a couple of them out there that I think if they're able to get someone else that they could really change that offense.
Yeah, give him a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, exactly. So that's who I have at 5.
So 5, honestly, I mean, I think he is good, but I picked Terry McLaurin.
See, that's why I left off my list, which is crazy because I'm so high on Washington.
Because mostly it's because of Jaden Daniels.
I'm
He's
so
been
with
a
it.
good receiver his career, but him and Daniels, it just works.
They have this little buddy.
It just works.
I love that pick because
he has 6 touchdowns. I mean, 598 yards. So
I probably should have him on there just because I genuinely. I told so many people Washington's making the playoffs this year. So high on him. I love the fact, what's his head? I can never remember his name.
Quinn?
No, he's the
Cliff Kingsbury?
Yeah, offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He was so good at Texas Tech with mobile quarterbacks. McDaniel is just, it's right? Daniels. It's not McDaniels. I always say McDaniels. Just Daniels. He does what he needs to do. And it just works. And
he's not
agree.
Overthrowing.
He's
so
not.
Clutch.
But the coaches aren't also overthrowing him. It seems so much to me like a who was it? It wasn't the Cougs. It was golly, what team was it? There was a team in college football. I want to say, Michigan. Last year.
Yeah.
Here's 5
McCarthy.
yards. Boop.
Yeah.
Here's 5 yards. Boop. Like they were like, we're never gonna throw the ball deep.
It works.
Same with the 49ers with Purdy last year. It was like I think he only had like 10 attempts all year of a
Over
ball over
25
20 yards or something. Yeah. That's what they're doing, and it works.
Well, when you have Christian McCaffrey, there's really no need to throw
that's
that
a whole
much.
that's a whole other part of the game.
Yeah.
But I do agree, and I should have him on my list because
Scary Terry.
he has been very, very good. And like you said, he's just been kind of Mr. Consistent. He doesn't get injured. Fingers crossed he does not get injured anymore.
Yeah.
But he's a couple, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4 1,000-yard seasons in a row. He'll probably get another one
And
at
that's
5.
with Sam Howell, Alex Smith, maybe. Jacoby Brissett. I mean,
wow, yeah, I don't even know who's Washington.
Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace. I think he may have played with him too.
He might have in 2019.
But like, he has not had your.
No,
good,
he's not
good
had.
Did I say Alex Smith?
Yeah.
Okay, but
Alex Smith was fine.
Alex Smith, but he was old.
Yeah.
When he had him,
And he also came off of his knee thing.
So they had Taylor Heineke for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
but
right. Oh
they
my
have
gosh,
not had. He has not had good quarterbacks.
No, he is not.
So
that was your 5.
Yeah.
And now you're on 4.
So honestly, these 4 I think should be the same.
I'm looking at yours. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Mine
should
are just
all
a
be the
different
same.
order. But
Yeah.
we'll just go through them because we'll just it'll be
Yeah.
easy.
So 4 CeeDee Lamb.
I have Chase.
Okay.
Chase. Because I just can't get over his attitude sometimes. And
That's
it's
fair
You're
enough.
just a little
He's
butty.
just so good, though.
He is so good.
He's so
but
good.
stop being a little baby and just sign the
That is
contract.
fair. It is fair.
But yes, I agree. He is unreal. 3.
Garrett Wilson.
Okay, so I have CeeDee Lamb.
So,
and I think I should have CeeDee Lamb in front just because of the Cowboys and how bad they are. They have been awful
CeeDee Lamb
this
has
year.
just had a really good year.
He's been unbelievable this year.
Yeah, 660 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean,
and he came
played
off
all
of
8
it. He's
games.
injured, I think, for a game. I think he missed a game for injury.
For
he
me
left
too,
the game or something.
I think so. I like the fact that this was his contract year. Signed a huge deal in the offseason, and he hasn't disappointed.
No, and he won't
That's what
disappoint.
I like.
I am more, and obviously we talked about it before. The Cowboys are in such a weird predicament with their contract situation because it was like you're not going to get rid of Dak because you have no better option, but you also just overpaid him for way too long. So now it'll be interesting. 2, I have Wilson.
So then I have Jamar Chase. So we're all in the same boat, but
that's fair. I
didn't watch this. I still haven't seen the highlight. I saw the picture, but the catch. I need to watch the.
I don't even know how it was a catch. His second foot does not land in bounds. I
need to watch it.
I'm so confused. Honestly, I should try to find it for you. I don't understand how. Get off that. I don't understand. That wasn't anything bad. I was on our page. Our Instagram page.
It's like, ooh, private videos.
Whoa, don't need to show that one off. It was.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures though, and I was like, that's crazy. Yeah,
but I don't understand.
That's an insane catch.
It's an insane snag, but I don't understand.
It didn't look like his foot touched. That's
insane. So one's down, and then I guess he gets the second is what they're counting because his knee. It goes. His knees.
Oh, I think he did.
But that's barely. So. I guess to me, and my brain was going. That's the same foot touching twice.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess still counts now. But whatever. Unbelievable catch. That was a Odell Beckham Jr. catch. Probably better in my opinion. It was about the same. But like
it was
so crazy.
Really good catches.
I agree. And then number 1, that one guy that he's just not very good.
Justin Jefferson, 783 yards, 5 touchdowns. Darnold's good.
I was going to say, who's your quarterback?
Not that good.
No one expected this, and it's insane that Jefferson has been very good, and obviously he just signed a massive deal.
No, that was this offseason, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was
CeeDee
Lamb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was because I think it was CeeDee Lamb and then him. Or no, I think it was Jefferson and then CeeDee Lamb.
I think Jefferson was the highest paid, and CeeDee was right after, and then Chase wants to be the highest, and so whatever. Justin Jefferson is just a freak of athlete. He's just an athlete. He's a freak. He's wild. Good. He's crazy. He's just good. He's got a swag to him. He's fun to watch. He needs to take off one chain. He probably would be at least a mile an hour faster because man, that thing looks big. But he is so good. It's not even really good. And I think it was interesting because I like the beginning of the year. You could think like, hey, there's a toss-up. Like, I still think CeeDee Lamb's very, very good. I think Jamar Chase. I didn't think Wilson was going to be this good, but those 3, it was kind of like, you can have a coin flip. Now I genuinely just go,
Jefferson's number 1.
It's pretty much Jefferson. Yeah. And the only other one that I think you could probably throw in there is Tyreek Hill when he has a healthy quarterback and when he's doing Tyreek Hill things because they're very different very different wide receivers. Tyreek Hill is a catch and run type of guy.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's like, I'm going to go pinpoint the ball at the highest peak and snag it over your head. But Jefferson's been so good this year, so it's been pretty
super dang good. Thanks for listening to the Kinda Athletic podcast. Please like and subscribe to all our social media platforms and make sure to come back next week to hear more from the Kinda Athletic podcast.